Would you have a stash of scale model kits? Unfortunately, they have either not been opened or kept in dust for quite a long time. Is it because of these boxes are 20 or 30 years old? Is it because of these kits come with raised panel lines that stop you? Hello, this is Alex Hu with Creative Model Sky. Welcome to my channel and come to this video. I might have something to share, possibly my message could be helpful in digesting part of your stack. 2 months ago, I had a good bargain from eBay for a 1/48 scale consolidated B24 Liberator. I'm using these kits to showcase how to resolve a few common thing issues. Number one would be that we often see old kits with raised panel lines. How to deal with those lines when you don't want to sand this line to flat. Secondarily, I'd like to demonstrate the step-by-step procedure of using putty to cover significant gaps between plastic parts that fail to connect precisely. Lastly, I will mention a few exciting ideas that cover your low-cost eBay bargain kits to good-looking models that you like to keep on your shelf or show off those models with your friends through social media. So let's get started on the project itself. I always start a project with extensive data research. I will look for a few dozen of pictures from either historical collection or many taken from the Aviation Museum in recent years. These few pictures ignite my motivation to create a similar model. Of course, we have no obligation to make it precisely the same, but it's good to start. The blueprint of B24 is displayed on the screen in front of me, and I started with a pencil to draw line on the kits by observing the image displayed on the screen. These few pictures tell you that this raised panel line remain untouched. My approach is to focus on the panels, not these lines. That's why either your kit comes with recessed panel lines or raised panel lines. It doesn't make much difference anymore. In alternative drawing the line with pencil, you could also use the scriber knife, or you may call it scribe pen, to draw the line with very light touch. However, we have no plan to create the recessed panel line with this approach. So instead, we use this drawing line as the guideline to engrave the revi line of the kit surface. After that, this revi line will be the dimensional guideline of each panel on the surface. It's time to glue the left and the right side together. Usually, it is a big challenge for many kits with quality issue. The cable tie are here to tighten the two parts at multiple sections of the long fuselage. We are working on the putty now. The critical step is to use masking tape along the two sides of the gap to be covered. Limited by these masking tapes, you have a specific area to control the diluted putty. The thinner of your putty is up to the kind of putty you are using. In this case, I use Tamiya putty. The thinner is lacquer thinner. The diluted thinner will fill the gaps and form a strong bonding with the plastic parts. Waiting for at least half a day or even a whole day is better for putty to be completely dry. From my experience, repeating the putty process might be necessary when you still see a significant uneven surface after the putty is dry. We want to make sure the putty is thick enough to suffer multiple times of sanding and grinding. The sanding sponge are used here. To easier this process, you should prepare different grids for sanding, starting with the low grids and the higher grids later. In this case, I use the 3M sponge sanding pad with multiple grids. In most cases, you will make up the panel line that have been wiped out in the previous steps. Next, we will move on to the base primer of the surface. I've used the acrylic black gloss. It's 50% diluted. The airbrush spray once or 2 times on the flat area. After that, I will increase more times on the curved location. The thicker this area, the better reflection that you can tell when the silver color has sprayed on it. From the picture, you can tell the different primer color thickness on the flat surface of the wing and cylinder shape of the 4 engines. Here we start the panel painting process. 1 month ago, I covered much detail about this tiling technique in my last video. The video title was The Rendering of BMF. I won't spend much time on it again. You can find the link in the description below. One of the funny findings that I'd like to share here, I used to tune in YouTube casual talk as white noise when working on the model. It happens that the show is talking about the traveling to Machu Picchu. The host is talking about this amazing brick building could have been built by people before Inca. Could it be alien did it? Anyway, it's not traceable. I put the work in process painting pieces in front of the screen. What a coincidence. It's 80% alike. I decided to name the painting technique a nickname, the Inca technique, which would make it unique and easy to remember. The next step in this project is the first layer of the primary color. The process is an adding process. I will repeat at least 4 times, so you always use highly diluted color each time. For the first and the second round, it could be as low as 20% of color and 80% of thinner. It serves the purpose of covering the premier black color, reduce the significant contrast on the surface. The spraying area is overall higher air pressure allowed. The second, fourth, and going on could be more, serve the purpose of adjustment. The air pressure will be low and the spraying area will be much smaller. The area could be as large as a large section or as small as a corner of a panel. Each time, you'd better check the result of the adjustment from different angles and different lighting conditions. Observe it from different distance. These few pictures were captured by my cell phone. It's straightforward and has nothing to hide. I don't care much about the insignia was pasted on the airplane. I knew China received a few dozen of B-24 during World War II, as they are one of the allied countries. My focus is always on the model, the airplane itself, not the military. A sidekick in this picture is a work in progress picture that I shared randomly on one of the large model fan club on Facebook. My description was trying to express the irregular surface with painting. It received over 500 responses in 2 days, more than 20 comments and discussion about it. I was overwhelmed by this response. Here's my final review of the model building. I put it in front of the vintage picture and its mission map. No doubt I've deviated from the original idea, but again, it's a pleasant journey to get this far. I set a black color backdrop in the scene. Because of the contrast, the scale model looks shiny on its surface. This one and the next one are the side profile picture of the scale model. The early morning daylight together with the black backdrop contribute a perfect condition for lighting and the viewing angle for the model. It showcases a vintage model with raised panel line and still create a nice looking model when you pay enough attention to it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you like and comment on this video. If you like, please share it with your scale model hobby friends. I just want to share my passion and joyfulness of building scale model. I have more to share about the next project. An insane trial of using the Inca technique to a tiny 1/72 scale C119. Okay, see you next time.